Hey guys, I don't know what's going on with this computer. Uh, that's why I don't like using it. But I'm live, and I should have kept my other computer open because now I need this. But I am filling in for Lily, who was our inspiration for this event. She suggested strawberries and she suggested bees, and I just decided to, combine them into one event. So yeah, I was supposed to be on at like 11 o'clock tonight. But I'm kind of happy I'm not on at 11 o'clock. But if you're watching this part, you are probably watching the replay because I haven't even shared myself into the group yet. And yeah, it's been a day. I thought I would have more people that were not going to be able to be in the event, which turned out not to be true. And okay, I'm into the group now. Okay. I'll close all that on my computer. Okay, so our theme is bees and strawberries. And if I finish this and I can't get anybody to fill in after me, then I'll be on for 2 hours. I don't know, waiting to see. Hey, Kelly. So I pulled out all kinds of stuff, and I honestly had no clue what I was doing until like, I don't know, 25 minutes ago, maybe. I pulled out all kinds of stuff. I found fabrics that I had. I found strawberry one. I found a bee one. I have all kinds of ribbons. Yeah, pulled out all kinds. Yay, we have a little fill in. I'm so happy. Let me just respond to it really quickly. Sorry, guys. This is what it takes to be an admin for a group that does events. Okay, I'm back. And I forgot to bring my paint over, so I guess I'm just going to use ivory. My brain is all over the place. I am going to have to get up again because I forgot to grab. I actually have a Bodabra now. Had it for a while. I've just never used it. But I thought today would be a good time to use it. So I thought about covering this book. I have this book. I thought about covering it with a napkin. So if you saw Cindy from Modern Mom earlier, who was in the event, she used a napkin that was from one of our friends, Marie. And I found this one when I was going through. Hey, Miss Bonnie, thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate that since I'm stepping in for Lily. So this is this really pretty napkin that I found when I was going through my stuff because I was looking to see if the napkin that Cindy used was one I had, which I thought it was, and it turned out it was. It came from our friend Marie at Coco's Creations. And I was originally thinking, oh, I can cover this book. But I don't think it's big enough to cover the whole book, and I do have multiples I could do, but I think I'm going to do this mason jar instead and save the book for something else. So we're going to paint the mason jar, and we're going to decoupage the napkin onto it. And yeah, we'll go from here. We get done. I honestly don't have a plan because I'm one of those last minute people. I'm sure y'all don't know that about me. I'm kidding, y'all probably do know that about me. I don't have my thing in here for my water. Crap. Oh well. I'll just stick my paintbrush in a wet wipe. So I'm just gonna paint this. I'm just gonna use ivory. I actually found my plaster, but ivory is what is over here. So I'm painting it so it has a background when I go to put that on, the napkin on, because the napkin has a white background. Like a really white background. So I want it to have some, I could have stained this, but I'm not sure you'd be able to see the napkin over that color. But I did put in my description that Tish was going to be after me because I wasn't sure if I would be able to get somebody to fill in for the next time slot, but I did. So Michelle from Miscellany Crafts is going to be on after me, and I will get her shared into the group. So I'm very thankful that people are able to do that for me because A, I really didn't want to have to be on for 2 hours, and B, I honestly had no clue what I was doing, obviously. So, yeah, there's that. I mean, if I needed to do something, if this doesn't take up the whole hour, which it may not, I might work in strawberry shortcake tag or something. Because she's strawberry. I can put bees on her. I'm not painting the top because I'm probably going to cover it with some burlap webbing. I like doing that on these jars. So I'm just painting the base bottom part. I don't know why I can't get the bottom. Seem to get the bottom painted. Like it doesn't. I think I sprayed too much. I don't know what is up with this internet. I don't know what is up with Facebook. People, I haven't been able to see most of the comments in my event today because I keep having to leave and come back and leave and come back and leave and come back. And because I was watching on my phone because my computer was in here, which it's normally not. It's usually in my room, and it wasn't. It was in my craft room because I was using it in here the other day and left it in here. Anyway, Facebook seemed to have fixed the issue with computers, but now it's lagging on phones. So there's that. So I'm probably going to do the dry method for this. See if I can get my dryer without knocking things over. Oh, that would have been bad. I have a ton of stuff over here that is in my way, including my big journal that I'm sure some of you have seen before. And I don't want to knock everything over. I have so much stuff on this desk. It's ridiculous. Heat tool. Whew. Honestly, this is probably mostly dry by now. Because it's pretty warm up here. The air conditioning's been on, but like 72, 73 in this room. And since I'm doing that decoupage and that napkin on here, I really don't need a whole thick coat of paint at the bottom. But I do want to make sure it's dry before I put the Mod Podge on. Just so it doesn't mix in with that. And if you would sprinkle me out, I would appreciate that. This is not the time that I was originally going to be on tonight. So if anybody wasn't watching in Crafty Friends Unite, we also had a small gap because I needed to set up my live. So there was a gap between creators, which is never useful when you're doing a group event. I was just smoothing out the paint that was on the side. Okay, so we've got that. And this is my Mod Podge. This is just matte Mod Podge. And I only need it to go on the bottom part. You know, let's just Mod Podge the whole thing. And then I'll decide if I want to do burlap at the top, which I probably will, but it'll be easier to get the excess paper off from the napkin if I just go all the way to the top. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going with the grain of the wood. That's why I've been painting and doing this up and down, because the grain of the wood is up and down. And I'm pretty sure I got this surface from Temu. I have a bunch of them, but I'm pretty sure that's where I got them from. So we are going to go ahead and dry the Mod Podge. And then I'm going to heat up my iron. And we're going to Mod Podge this. And I can tell y'all right now, this is probably not going to take me an hour. So we might have to work on my journal. But I'm sure y'all won't mind because most people, a lot of people that watch me like strawberry shortcake, and that would be the journal we would work on. I definitely want to make sure my edges have Mod Podge, so. While I am drying this, I'm going to go iron. We don't put it in. It could be long. Oh, it is plugged in. Okay. Wait, my mat that I put it on. I could just put it directly on my mat because my mat is silicone, but I would rather put it on the mat that it goes on. That's the size of the iron. I feel like if I had sprayed this with water, I could have just used regular glue. But I didn't want to reactivate the paint. That's why I didn't spray it again. I have a bunch of glue over here. I'm sure y'all are loving watching paint dry. I almost did resin today. So maybe if I finish this pretty fast, which it's looking like it is because I don't know what I'm going to do on top of the mason jar once I Mod Podge on it. And I actually found one of my sanders that I had brought with me to Michigan when I went there in spring. Not the spring, the fall. Well, these seasons are like going together. So again, this is our napkin. It was like a dinner napkin / whatever those things are called. A guest napkin, I think is what they're called. And it has bees and strawberries, and it's a really pretty print. You know what? I want to iron this a little bit before I put it on to get out those creases in here. So I'm just going to put it down, and of course my fans are on, so you know, going everywhere. And I'm going to put my parchment paper on top of it. I'm just going to try to iron out those creases from where they fold it. And this is a glass mat underneath, so it's not going to damage anything. It's not my cutting mat. I like to turn down the heat on this thing. Just putting my parchment paper back aside, grabbing my board. It didn't really get all the wrinkles out, but it helped. I'm trying to save at least a portion of it, so do it here. Parchment paper back over here. You guys, I have no clue what is going on with this thing. I don't know if it's my phone or what, but it keeps kicking me out. This is not my day, you guys. It's not. It's not my day. So there is a wrinkle right there. You really can't see it from far away, though. I'm going to see if I can get back in here. Okay, I'm back in here apparently. So y'all can actually see what I just did. All I did was iron on the napkin, you guys. And now I'm turning my iron off. I'm not moving it right now because I don't want to touch it. Let's grab my sander. I have no clue what grit is on here. I was going to put that in baby wipe. These are my crappy baby wipes, but it'll have to do. I'm going to use one for each of them because they really are crappy wipes. But I don't want the glue drying in this one, and I don't want the paint drying in that one. But I mean, I paid $2.50 for these 3 packs of this wipe. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with Facebook. It doesn't want to update comments when you're watching on the phone, because I couldn't see comments for most of the people that were in my event today. I kept having to leave and come back, and it would start back at the beginning. Okay. I don't know what's on grid is on here, but I think it's 600. And I'm just going to use the piece that is on here, and I brought a ton of them with me, as you can see. And I just buy the sheets from Amazon. They're cheaper than the like name brand ones you can buy at Home Depot and Lowe's, and I guess Harbor Freight maybe. I don't know if they sell Gators or Walmart even. Like the name brand ones are not cheap. And you can just buy the full sheets and cut them down to size. Because the full sheet ones are for like, I think it says it's for a belt sander. And they're basically the width of this. They're just long sheets. But it's pretty easy to just cut them. And I cut mine with the blade that I use on my my paper trimmer, the one I use for chipboard, which is one that's older. So it's fine to cut these. Oh my god, that is so annoying, Kelly. I wish I had known that sooner. I would have looked into it when I was watching somebody else. So this is our mason jar. I honestly don't know what I'm doing to it, other than it's a mason jar, and it's got beads, and it's got strawberries. And I am going to make a bow for it to put up at the top. And I need to probably put something up there, because I definitely need to put something here. So maybe I'll put twine. I was thinking about doing my burlap, because y'all know I love the burlap webbing. But now I'm thinking maybe just doing twine here, where the colors aren't the same. I don't know. I honestly have no clue what I'm doing. And now the bottom picture is refreshing. Facebook needs to get its act together. Let me see if I can fix the phone. It's like crooked. I don't know. I have no clue what is going on. I'm going to grab the Bodabra, and then we'll pull out some of the ribbons that I have. I'm trying not to cause a craft-a-lanch, but it may or may not happen. I mean, we might have a craft-a-lanch. Okay, so I got a Bodabra. Moving my iron so I don't touch it accidentally and burn myself, because this girl does not feel like using burn cream tonight. I know, and I think she gave me 6 of them, because she gave us, so we were swapping napkins last year when I went up to Michigan for Magnolia celebration with the people that are all in Cindy's team, because Cindy from Monarch Mom is my upline at them at Magnolia. So we were all exchanging napkins, and I was staying with Marie's mom from Copeland's Creations, and she gave me extras of this napkin, the strawberry one that Cindy used, and I want to say there was another one. So, yeah, I have that. Oh, look, I have glitter that I never intend to use or anything ever. I'm getting my twine so I can cut a piece of this off, because I know I've never used a Bodabra before, but I do know that's what's used in a Bodabra, is either a zip tie or twine or some kind of thing to tie it. So Doesn't even want to go in. And I might rip some fabric, you guys. I don't do that. What is the name of the burn cream? It's, oh, frack. I wish I still had it in here. It's literally called something burn gel. I can't remember what the name of it is, Bonnie, but if I think about it after the live, I will go get it and post a picture for all the crafters that burn themselves. Because I burnt myself with the hot glue, and I used it one day, and I didn't have a blister. I used it the day I burnt myself, and I didn't have the blister the next day. It was perfectly fine. Now, I was going to see about doing, I don't know if I want to do that twine or my thicker twine around here. What do y'all think? I do have this one that I'm using, but I also have the thicker one. That it's not like, oh, it's so thick, but it's thicker. Like, I think this is 3 ply or something. What do y'all think? The thinner or the thicker jute? For just, I'm just going to put some around this part right here in the middle, where the lid is divided from the bottom. I might use some ribbon, but I really kind of like this fabric that I found. Probably not going to use this one, just because it's burlap and it's not going to tear very easily. I could have used it up at the top, I guess. I could still cut out a piece of this to put up at the top, but I'm not going to use it in the own bow because that just is not going to work well. I still have this. This is duck cloth though. Not sure how it's going to work for this. And then I have all of this other stuff. We're just going to see. It doesn't really need to be a huge bow. So, and I have my glue tool up here. So let's turn that on because we're going to need that. And then I could either put I always put something in the middle of my bow. So I could either do a strawberry or a bee because I have both the little cabochons. In fact, let me grab them while the glue tool is heating up. It only takes 40 seconds, guys. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to be on this early. So I didn't take everything out. Bees and bees. I love these containers. These are like some of the best containers ever. This one's from the Hobby Lobby, and I love it. I don't remember where this one's from, but it locks on the side, which I really like. So I have bees, I have strawberries, I have tons of napkins behind me because I was filling those earlier. Okay. I think we'll just go with the thicker line. So I'm going to need some more glue, but we're just going to start with some, put this here, press this down. I'm trying to see where I put the glue stick because I thought I had one sitting out. Apparently I don't. I know I don't need it at the second because I still can't put it in there, but so let's see. One. We're probably only going to wrap this like three times maybe. Yeah, I want that to be a little bit tighter right there. 1, 2, 3. Grab my scissors. Nope, not those. These. Put this down right there. And then I can trim it. Hey, Miss Kim. Yeah, I'm on earlier than I was originally going to be. Lily had asked me last night if I had a backup in person in place, and I said, yeah, I would hop on earlier. But she never like completely let me know if she needed me to come on earlier. But I'm here now. So, yeah. Oh, all the glue came up. I've already started I ordered something to put in your box because what I had wasn't the right size. But I have that now. Okay. Now I need to decide what I want to do with this at the top. Do we want to leave it that way, or should we cut a piece of this burlap and put it up there with the bees to cover the lid? While y'all are thinking about that, I am going to cut some fabric. I'm excited and nervous. I've never done any of the ones with AIC, and that's a lot of stuff that's on that list. So I've got these open. Okay, I think we're good. Grabbing my fabric scissors, because that's what I always use to cut fabric. I am going to turn my glue tool back off just so it doesn't die, because it doesn't, I mean, it's a rechargeable one. Let's see. I don't know how to, I've never really done this, so I'm just going to try this. I don't know how this is going to work. I never tear it. I've never really torn fabric. So that's 2 strips of strawberry. I don't know if I want to use that one. Let's do this one. Let's do a couple of these. I mean, I've done mystery boxes. I've just never done the AIC ones. And Shannon has me a little intimidated. Not that I didn't sign up for it, because I totally did. Hey, Renee. Yeah. Lily had told me last night she might need somebody to fill in for her, but she didn't tell me today, yes or no. So I wasn't really prepared to come on. But this was a remnant, this red one that I have. This was a remnant from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to cut up a couple of these. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Yeah, and up after me is going to be Michelle with Miscellany Crafts, because I never got a response for the person that was supposed to be on, Tammy. So, and I know the other day she had posted that she couldn't really craft right now. I know she was in the middle of moving recently. So there's that. So I have that, and then I have a bunch of, I have ribbons that we could use. I have honeycomb ribbon, which I probably won't use because this is honeycomb fabric. But I do have some bee ones. This one's kind of cute. It's 3/8 of an inch. And then that's apples. This one's strawberry. I have this one with strawberries on it. I also have this one, but I think I'm going to keep this one for my my strawberry shortcake journal that I'm going to work on again at some point. So I think we're just going to go for it. It's not that big of a surface. I mean, it doesn't need a giant bow. So we're going to go for it. I never do bows like this. And I think they go like this. I'm organized. To an extent, Kim, my cabinets are organized, but the rest of the room is a hot mess. So I've got to remember, this is not, so this is single-sided fabric. So when I put this in here, I've got to remember to flip it in the middle. I have never done this. You need a container of just beard. I kind of do. That one is bees by itself. It is bees by itself. Okay. What did I just do? That. Okay. Okay, so apparently you can get 2 loops out of 1 piece of fabric from the Dollar Tree if you rip it this way. So then we've got this one. This is the one that's the remnant from Hobby Lobby that is coming all apart all over me, and it's longer. So, and it's double-sided, or at least it seems to be. I have no clue. but it seems to be enough to do double loops. I got that. Then we've got our honeycomb bee stuff. And this one is not double-sided, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make our loop, and then I'm going to twist it in the middle like Kim does with the ribbon. Twist and loop. Twist and loop. Like, where's the tool over here? Okay. Let's see that. Hold that. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Happens multiple times throughout the day. There's a lot of string on here. A lot. Okay. Yes, you should. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow's after Michelle. She'll be in the event. She does she has a journaling event that she does once a month, and it's 2 days. It's Wednesday and Thursday because so many people were interested in being in the event. I think I do want to use a little bit of this. This is wired ribbon, but it's also single-sided, so I also have to make sure with this. And this is wider than the other pieces that I've used, so I probably should have put this at the bottom. But in retrospect, this might end up being the bottom. I think this might end up being the back of it. So I'm pretty sure this probably came from Temu. Tamara, the one that just commented, she's Crafty Fox Creations by Tamara. Hate loop both. I don't blame you, Kelly. This is thicker, so I'm making sure that I press it down more in the middle because it's going to make a mess if I don't. And like I said, I think I'm going to make this the back of the bow. But yeah, Miss Tamara is the one that she does a journal event every month. And it's 2 days because so many people like to journal. Yep, see? There you go. Found you another person to be in those events for when we need another person to fill in a time slot. So I did cut too much, but that doesn't bother me. I'm not throwing that away. I'm just putting it back on the side with other stuff. So I think this thing is supposed to help you push. Well, it would if it actually went. I think it's supposed to help you push all of the ribbons down. And then this to tie it. I know Tish uses this thing all the time. This is the literal, if you're just coming on, this is literally the first time I used it. I just took it out of the box and took the packaging off of it. So I'm gonna fix this real quick before I do anything else, but of course my things are backwards because I'm backwards. Oh well. It does not matter, I guess. But I figure if I don't have the big ribbon in the back, it's gonna make all the other stuff look tiny, tiny, tiny. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. But this is why I only tied it once and I didn't tie it super tight so that I can make sure everything is facing the way I want it before I knot it again. I'm not concerned about the red fabric because like I said, it's double-sided. But I do want to make sure I can kind of see the fabric that has the strawberries on it in the front. And then kind of the bee in the back. Okay. I'm good with that. See, you already know tomorrow. So. Okay. I was going to use my scissors that I used to cut my twine, and I cannot find them. And I still got 20 minutes left. Who wants to work on a journal? I couldn't find the scissors because they were underneath things. Please don't hit the fan. Please don't hit the... Okay, it didn't hit the fan. Okay. Now, since we have strawberries in the front and the back and just a little bit of the bee, I think I'm going to put a bee in the middle. So let's grab our bees. So apparently I didn't need to take the strawberries out. Thanks, Kelly. I usually do fussy, the messy bows where you just crisscross things. That's more my speed. But for my first time trying out a bow like this, I don't think it did too bad. I would put something on here. I just don't know what I would want to put on here. I just don't know. I just don't know. So I have tons of bees. In case y'all have never seen me do anything, I have made 2 beehives out of the planters, and they're massive. I should have brought the one that was in the hallway in here. Let's see. Should we use a small one or a big one for the center? I also have the ones that Renee had earlier. The ones from Hobby Lobby that are the foam stickers. And I also have these little ones, but they're really tiny. And I don't really want to use that. Oh, and I also have buttons that have that bee. Or I have these buttons, which are that bee. I have tons of bees. Thanks. This is a napkin that I got from my friend Marie from Copeland's Creations. And yes, bees do go with sunflowers. That's why I have a ton of these in here. I also have ladybugs. And I have butterflies. I have tons of stuff. So which one do we think goes best? I'm thinking this one's going to just be lost in there. I also have that one. And I also have one that has glitter on it. Which, if you've ever watched me, I don't like glitter. But I have it on a few things. I am thinking that one's too small. I actually think I kind of like this one. What do y'all think about that one? It's a push pin. I have a ton of these. I love them. I used them on my big... Seriously. I'm telling you, if you saw the rest of this room, you would not think that. This room is full of trash. And that's why I was cleaning things up earlier. I was cleaning up during lives earlier. Because this room is a hot mess. It's just, it is. I think we'll go with that one because the bees on here also have the blue wings. So we'll use that one. Turn my glue tool back on. If anybody wants this glue tool, let me know in the comments. I will come back and get you the link. I love this glue tool. It is rechargeable. It turns on and heats up in 40 seconds. And it doesn't drip. Or I've never seen it drip. I mean, occasionally I might get a little bit of glue on the bottom of the tip, but I've never had it like actually drip like other ones do. And I did see your comment, Tamara. I don't Tish said she's ready. I just hate that people don't check in. I'm like, she messaged me. She was like, do you not want me in the event? I'm like, no, it's not that. I'm like, people don't check in and I don't know things and I don't want to have to wait until the last minute to find a replacement for somebody. That is highly annoying. And Tamara knows what I'm talking about. Bow. And I might put something on here. I don't know. And then this is just a push pin. And I'm just putting glue on the push pin part. And I'm just going to stab it into the bow. If I can stab it in, that would be great. And I still have 16 minutes left, so we are I don't know what I would put on this, so I'm just going to put it aside is what I'm going to do. I turn off my glue tool. Let me get my bees and stuff off on my table, and I'm going to grab strawberry shortcake. And we'll work on something with that. It's a good thing I saw strawberry shortcake today, because I always forget where I put my journals. Not always, but lately, that has been an issue with me. So we have strawberry shortcake. We have your stickers. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. This goes. I promise I'm still here, you guys. So I was working on a Rainbow Bright one, which I totally love. I mean, the journal is, so my journal is all of these. It's Rainbow Bright, it's Strawberry Shortcake, and it's Care Bears. I will definitely get that for you, Miss Bonnie. So I was working on an ATC card with the strawberry one. Trying to find the stuff. I think it's all in here, but I could be wrong. And I do have this cute thing. Bandana. I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. And let me grab my little container with all my stuff that I used and my break came unhooked. Put this back over here. For those of you that are new to watching me, this is my container that I keep on my desk. It has all kinds of stuff that I use for doing my journals. It has needles, it has bookends, it has bows, it has wax, it has scissors, it has everything. So I'm just going to put that aside for right now. And this is the book that you can get at, I'm going to think of the words. This one's the one that you could get from Amazon, I think. And I think this one's the one I got from Michael's. But a lot of them are the same stickers. Not even going to lie. It's just less stickers. So, and I also have stickers from Five Below. So you can find stuff all over the place. So this is our journal. Our Strawberry Shortcake Rainbow Bright Care Bear journal. And this is all stuff that I've kept from different things. So I have them. So this is lemon meringue, strawberry shortcake, and that's apricot. And then of course I have a couple of the strawberry shortcake sitting on the strawberry. I have the words, the world of strawberry shortcake. I love this, and I want to find somewhere to put that in there. And I definitely want to put this in here, but I feel like I need to pull this back piece off. So I made this a while ago, and I didn't make it where the border of this connected to the spine. So it looks a little unfinished to me, but it was definitely one of the first ones I did. It wasn't the first one, but it was one of the first ones. And it's one that I made. So this is the world of strawberry shortcake. So I might put that on this, because each of them is different. This one's strawberry shortcake, this one's Rainbow Bright, and this one is Care Bears. So they're all different. But then like in the back I have Rainbow Bright, and then the front I have Care Bears. So I think I want to use the beacon glue for this one. I'm guessing there's too much air in this container, because that's all I keep hearing right now is air. And I know that's a bad thing. I learned that from tomorrow. So again, up after me is going to be Michelle with Miscellany Crafts. I know my thing says Tish. It's because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get somebody to fill in for that time spot. But I did, so yay. I don't have to be on for 2 hours. Not that, I couldn't be on for 2 hours, because, I can talk. And I can craft for hours on end, if need be. And if you're not already in Crafty Friends Unite, I highly suggest you go join us. We do fun events every week. Even on weeks that I'm going on vacation, I'm still going to do events. They're just going to revolve around my vacation. So this is Strawberry Shortcake. And I've already done one card with a bunch of them. So Strawberry Shortcake, Rainbow Bright, and Care Bears. And I didn't do anything on the back of it. This was like a first attempt at a card. And then this one I love this one. Because I have a stamp punch. It punches out the edges like stamps. So this is a sticker that I did. And I cut out the edges. And then I have a postage stamp that I used on it. So it looks like it really was sent through the mail. But it wasn't. And I haven't done anything on the back of it. But I would like to do a Strawberry Shortcake one. But I don't know that I have any strawberry paper to use for the card. So we're gonna see let's see what's in the Barney bag. Yes, I watched Barney as a kid. There's so much that we can do. I also have this patch that I could put in here for the Care Bears one. I might do that. That was from Five Below. So this is a bunch of Strawberry Shortcake stuff. So let's see what is in here. I think most of it is images. I don't think it's any like patterns. They're mostly like images. Like this. So I guess if I want to do something in the strawberry one, I'm going to have to, for like a card, I'm going to have to print some paper to use on it, which is what I did with this. This is just something that I printed off my printer. So yeah. I have pockets all over the place. I have pages that, back when I did this, I didn't know the difference between putting like line pages versus colored pages. So everything's in this. But see, this is pretty wide, but I think it was printed like that, so I can like cut the edges off of it. I could find one of my paper trimmers, and I can just re-round the edges with my paper rounder thingamajig. So I'm just going to cut off both sides. I don't even know if I don't think I cut off evenly, but I don't really care. I just needed it shorter so I could fit it on the page. And then my corner rounders up here. I think I used the 7 one. Nope, I used the 10. But I like the 7. The 7 one and the 4 one. The 7 one is the one that matches this, I think. And 4 is what matches playing cards. Like if you're doing an ATC card with a regular playing card, corner rounder for that would be the 4mm one. So I do have a ton of pages in here. And I am going to use this as a pocket because it's so big. So let's see if we can find a page that doesn't have a pocket. That might need one. Maybe we'll put it on this page. It's a little tall for a pocket, but it is what it is. And I just use my art glitter glue for this kind of stuff. I use the heavier glue for it's not even, this is the words. This is cardstock, but the stuff that I was putting in like that is it's like corrugated cardboard, so it's a lot thicker. And when you're putting something in that you want it to be a pocket, you leave the top part open. So you only put glue on the 3 edges. And then this is I need to find something to put in here. It's a hidden paper clip that I did. Let's see if we can find something to put in here. I'm gonna knock things over. I have too much stuff on this desk. So I've got about 6 minutes, but I don't know if y'all can even see it. I did like a paper punch here with like a cute edge. Let's see if we can find something to put in there. These are some of the smaller things I have that I've cut out. This is strawberry with lemon meringue. And of course the freaking camera hates me again. It's just they're playing music. This, I forget what her name is. She's the little Mexican girl. And I hate calling her that, but that's like what her name is. So I think we'll put those in this pocket. We'll have strawberry, lemon meringue, and I don't remember her name. But she is the little Mexican. And I forgot to cut the edges off of these, so I'm going to have to come back and do that. Otherwise, I won't be able to do anything with them. You could also take your heat tool and undo the glue here. I'm probably just going to trim it, though. Let's see. See, she's got a donkey as her little pet, so quite obviously, she is Hispanic. That one is some kind of Asian child, and her name is Almond Tea or something like that. I don't know. I don't know where they got these names, but they had them back when they weren't culturally inappropriate names. So, yeah. This one is more rainbow color for Rainbow Bright, but it works for Strawberry Shortcake too because they're all different colors. Like strawberry's red, Orange Blossom is orange, which Tamara just said. Raspberry Heart's pink. The meringue is yellow. Lime Chiffon is green. Apricot is apricot. Huckleberry Pie is blue. Blueberry Muffin is blue. Let's see what else is in here. Chudler, she's got a big old cherry on her head. I don't think I did this right when I did this originally. Oh, look, here's Orange Blossom. Let's put Orange Blossom in this pocket that we have. See, this is Blueberry Muffin in here. No, maybe put her in here. This was from like a cookbook, I think. I think I found a cookbook that was like, I don't have the cookbook, but I had like the pages from the cookbook, if that makes any sense to you guys. And this is the cat. I don't know where the cat came from. The cat is this tiny, but this is the cat. And the cat's name is Custard. And I actually have Custard somewhere in here. This is Custard. I think Emmy has Strawberry Shortcake and one of them. I don't know what the other one she has. But yeah, I do need to work on this some more. This might actually be the journal I work on during Yachty's event. She's doing an event that's finish a journal that you started. See, these are more of the stickers that you could do as stamps. They have like 15 cents in the corner. I have a bunch of those, and I do have my punch. If I can find it. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. So this is a stamp punch. So it does the stamp border on it, which I love. I think those are all the small ones. Nope, they're not. See, and this one is called a biddy. It's a banana one. I had no clue what biddies were until I started working on this journal and found all of this stuff out. Because my sister was more into Strawberry Shortcake than I was. I was more into Care Bears. But I actually have a playpen that is downstairs, or playpen, a toy box, that actually has this image on it. It came from my grandma's house, and I refinished part of it. It really wasn't in bad shape. It needed a new bottom because the bottom was warped. So I fixed it. I am just pulling up Michelle on my iPad so I can share her in. And I am just trimming this. And this is a sticker. These are done on sticker paper. For y'all that are anybody that's wondering, they're sticker paper. But this is one of the ones that's not finished, and neither is Jim Henson. I have a Jim Henson journal that's not even close to being finished. But I'm going to show you guys this. It's really cool. So it just punches out. And it doesn't always punch all the way through both pieces, but it does punch the edges right there. If you can see better there. And it does have a thing that grabs the paper underneath so that, you know, it's not falling all over the place. Because knowing me, that would be my thing. It would be everywhere. Yeah, I didn't think that was long enough for that. So it only does like an inch. So it does like the end of this. Facebook is really, really annoying me today. Because I'm supposed to be sharing Michelle right now, and I can't even get her page to come up. Well, that messed that one up really bad. Okay, this does not like me. Any crafts. There's Michelle. There she is. Okay. I'm going to share Michelle in, and I'll see you guys over in the comments and everybody else's comments tonight. Bye, guys.